from there. Then there are the Blazers and Spurs. Wemby, no-go. Stephon Castle, also a no-go. Did it really matter? No, because Spurs had De'Aaron Fox, and he was a one-man show to start this one. That bucket capped off a 10-0 run just from Fox. Spurs had a 12-8 lead. More Fox. And one got the free throw. Finished with 25 points. Spurs led by 10 at the half. Now in the third, Devin Vassell. That goes. He finished with 14 points. Look, the role players, they all stepped up in Wemby's absence. Keldon Johnson, he had 20 points. And then with 9 minutes left in the fourth, let's get Carter Bryant in on this. Little catch and shoot three. He had 17 points. So even without Wemby, the Spurs had no issues. 112-101. One of the things to keep in mind when it comes to Wemby and all the MVP talk is the 65-game rule. The rule itself is a little convoluted, but if Wemby plays 20 minutes in one of the Spurs' final 2 games, he will be eligible for awards. Now, if he doesn't, then Wemby can kiss Defensive Player of the Year and MVP dreams goodbye. I want to bring Perk back into this conversation. The rule, though, it's 65 games, but this is convoluted because any game under 15 minutes playing time does not count. 2 games that you play in can be between 15 and 20 minutes, but if you do it a third time, then that doesn't count. And the NBA Cup Final, which Wemby played in, that counts as a game in terms of like the awards minimums, but the stats from that game, they mean nothing. It's like they literally never happened. So Cade Cunningham is sort of in the conversation because he's affected by the minimum. There's a number of players affected by this. Like, what do you make of the rule, and is it doing what the NBA actually needs it to do?
Well, I mean, look, let me say this. I believe Wemby is going to play one of these last 2 games because he's come out publicly and said he wants to win MVP, which he should. And I guarantee you he don't want to miss out on winning Defensive Player of the Year because he's going to get my vote. We gotta have a bigger conversation here, Nicole. How did we get to this point? And it's a shame that guys like Cade Cunningham, who has came out and competed at this highest level, went out with an injury, and now he's suffering from it. But he's suffering because of what people done before him, like the San Antonio Spurs and Greg Popovich when they came with load management. Yeah, that's what started it. So again, I'm not mad at it because this rule was put in place for the fans, so that superstars are not sitting out on road games when people pay their hard-earned money to come and watch these guys compete and play at a high level.
And there is a way for them to appeal to it for like extenuating circumstances. So someone like Cade could appeal. Someone like Wemby could appeal. So it's still out there.
It seems like you got to go retain an attorney to get through all of this.
Yes, so it feels a bit convoluted, if you will. Mr. Perkins, thank you. All right, America.
A 112-101 victory in game number 80 for the San Antonio Spurs. They earn win number 61. This one coming over the Portland Trail Blazers. 31 wins at home, and there's a look at how many 61 ranks amongst the most wins in a season in Spurs history. It's the most that this franchise has seen since the 2016-2017 season. In that season, they happened to go to the Western Conference Finals. Thanks so much for joining us here on Spurs Live, the postgame. That's TJ Ford. I'm Michelle Montaigne, and we were just treated to a very fun, very good, and solid 61st win of the season. And the fact that they did it without their stars, and Victor Wembanyama, and Stephon Castle just shows you how deep this team really is.
Yeah, we just showed our depth at the bench position of guys being able to come in and be very, very productive. Dylan Harper was able to get his second win as a starter. De'Aaron Fox was able to come out and kind of just establish ourselves of what the game was going to be like by his presence. And we was able to kind of establish that from the beginning all the way to the end there.
Yeah, De'Aaron Fox leading the team in scoring with 25 points. We told you before the game that he averages about 25 in the games that Wemby's not available, and he did it yet again tonight.
You look at De'Aaron Fox, he's scoring so many different ways. You see him in transition. You see him be able to get pull-up threes and being able to go off the bounce and get to the mid-range and shoot a floater. When De'Aaron Fox is scoring at all different levels of being able to have the ball in his hand also being able to spot up and hit threes. When he's attacking and getting in the paint, this team here is bringing a different dynamic.
That's a team high 7 assists out of the Fox. You see the 5 rebounds that he added as well. And he had 3 steals, 3 of the team's 13 steals. Swipa was swiping tonight. It goes back to the fact that the defensive presence from everyone, 1 through 5 on this team, and really 1 through the rest of the bench whenever they're on the floor. I mean, it is so important. They hang their hat on defense, and obviously the scoring necessary. De'Aaron Fox doing his part there as well. But you have to mention his defense tonight, too.
Well, his defense was great. You got 3 steals. But when you look at just being able to adapt, I think that's one of the things this ball club has been great at being able to do, with guys in and out of the lineup, with different rotations and different philosophies from game to game. Being more small ball tonight and being able to keep Portland off the glass was an excellent job of being able to take one of the best offensive rebounding teams in this league and kind of control them the whole game.
One guy who's always been in the lineup this season, Keldon Johnson, playing in his 80th game. He had 20 points as well, and he was doing it all tonight.
Well, he's a guy using his big body, using his size, and you look at all the highlights, it's him getting in the paint and showing his strength and his ability to be able to create his own shot at the same time. So him being able to come off the bench and being very productive and establishing himself here again, getting in the paint, able to get his own rebound, put it back in, and again, just being able to just be a force and just being determined to be unstoppable when he put the ball on the floor and he's getting to the basket with his strong size and his strong ability.
8 rebounds out of KJ, ties for team high, and that's on a night when you don't have Victor Wembanyama, and like you said, you're going up against one of the best rebounding teams in the NBA. You know who else was rebounding tonight? Carter Bryant, and he was also knocking it down from outside. 5 made threes from the rookie. We have more on Spurs Live when we return. To 101. The guys getting contributions. I think there were 6 different players finishing in double figures tonight, one of which was rookie Carter Bryant. It was a career night for him, a career high 4 assists, a career high made threes, a career high 17 points. And here's some Spur vision on just how he got it done.
Well, just being able to show him playing small ball at the 4, being able to screen, pick and pop, and understanding it's a big there. It's going to take his time closing out. He's going to catch the ball, take his time, and shoot in rhythm, and with a lot of confidence, and knock that down. So him being able to play the stretch 4 today, another thing, coming from the corner, more of a step-up screen, got spacing, they sag off. He sits here and knocks down 2 of the threes of his total of 5 tonight for a career-high 17 points.
He becomes just the 5th rookie in Spurs history to make at least 5 made threes. He joins a pretty good list of Victor Wembanyama, Julian Champagnie, both his current teammates, Gary Neal and Davis Bertans as well. So you think about all of the history that's been made already this season, and then you're getting contributions from your 2nd first-round draft pick in Carter Bryant, and you got to think that Brian Wright has done a pretty good job putting this roster together. And Carter Bryant, it's just been fun to watch him develop right in front of our eyes this season.
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, he's been able to continue to progress and continue to build his confidence, and his teammates continue to show that as well. He doesn't hesitate at any moment in the game when he has the opportunity to shoot the basketball, and he brings a different dynamic to this team that they're going to use and they have been using all season. So it's good for him. He has been many chances where he's tied it. So what a good game for him tonight.
He knocked down that last corner 3, and every single person in this arena was on their feet. The rookies putting on a show tonight, including that one right there, Dylan Harper with the steal and the slam. We'll be back with more here on Spurs Live when we return. Spurs win big over Portland.
What did you think of the effort from the bench tonight in particular?
I thought it was great. I thought we had really good contributions from everybody that played, and obviously we needed more minutes than a few guys have been averaging, and I thought we did a good job with some responses throughout a game against a very competitive team that really pushed the envelope, pressuring on one end and then trying to drive you on the other end. So I thought we did a good job as a group.
The gang rebounding, too.
Yeah, for sure. That's obviously the action that closes each possession for us defensively, so I thought we did a really good job. And you see you got multiple guys with a lot of rebounds in there.
Carter had the 5 threes and the 17 points, but on top of that, were there other plays and things you saw from him that really affected the game, affected winning?
Yeah, I thought he did a great job. I thought he played within himself in terms of things that we've been talking about and practicing and training on, and the ball found him, and he shot in rhythm and with confidence when he was open, but he also had, where's he at? 5 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, a couple appropriate fouls, playing with physicality, and we needed it tonight, and that's what we're looking for him to continue to grow in.
Has he shown you guys as a staff enough through Game 80 that you can trust him in a playoff series in the heat of that battle?
We'll see. He's doing a great job.
But you plan to give him a shot at that?
He will play in the playoffs.
His defensive communication seems like it's picked up more lately. I know when you're a rookie, it's like learning how to play defense, fitting in. You're just, a lot of the rookies they don't want to make mistakes. They don't want to get caught out. How much do you feel like he's grown as a defender, where he's not only is he like comfortable with assignments, but now he's like confident, like calling things out and even improvising sometimes?
I mean, he's definitely grown just by the natural evolution of, he had 0 games under his belt before this year started, and now he has 80 at least on the team. I know he hasn't played in every game. I think what that small ball group, small ball being without the traditional 5, has done a really good job of trying to up the communication, because they haven't done it much. And so a lot of those guys are in some situations that they haven't necessarily navigated a ton this year or as a group. And so I think they're trying. I think there's a lot of room for improvement still. But a few times we've gone to it, we've had some good stuff, and I think that the effort and the intention to connect through communications has been pretty good, especially without having not a lot of on-the-job training.
The other rookie, it felt like he had a hand in the passing lane or in a shooter's face all night. 2 steals, 2 blocks. How has he progressed? How has Dylan progressed as a defender over the course of this season?
He's always had great instincts and anticipation. I think he's gotten a lot better at being disciplined and consistent and being in a stance, being switched on mentally and ready to go from the jump. And as he continues to improve his fitness and just being switched on all the time, he will be very, very tough.
Go back to that small ball lineup.
The first thing Mitch mentioned there was the contributions that he got from everyone on this team. You think about the fact that you're looking at 48 bench points for the Spurs compared to just 10 bench points for Portland. And this was a game that was down to 6 with a couple minutes to go, and yet the Spurs able to pull it out. How important are the contributions you get from guys who aren't your everyday starters?
Well, that's just the makeup of this team that makes this team so special and unique, is that they rely on everybody, and everybody is important in every win that they receive. And I just think they came out, handled business. They was very, very confident, never felt like this game was in jeopardy. And when they had to make plays, they made plays when the game came close. But they dominated the paint, and guys off the bench came out and played exceptionally well tonight.
Going to look for those contributions to continue when they get ready to host the Dallas Mavericks on a Friday. That game will tip off at 7 o'clock. You can catch all the action starting at 7 on KENS 5. A couple more of these rookies going head-to-head. Dylan Harper taking on Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg right now, technically speaking, is the front runner to win Rookie of the Year, but he was putting up a 50 spot a couple nights ago, and they still lost to the Magic. So it'll be an interesting test taking on the Mavs here. Little I-35 showdown on Friday night.
2 young, talented guys that should be automatically first team, all-rookie team, and it's going to be a show that everybody in San Antonio get one more opportunity to watch a guy like Cooper Flagg and his talent as